Hello, and welcome to another installment of Syntakt Sound Design Secrets. Today's episode is kind of a continuation of the first episode, because the first episode was all about taking a machine and using it in a way that it was not intended to. And today we are doing a similar thing, but we are going to be focusing on pitch. And we are going to take that to both ends of the scale. So we're going to pitch things up and we are going to pitch things down and see what we can come up with. Again, I'm just going to use the standard template sounds to keep things easy. So yeah, let's go. So again, we're starting with the venerable BD Modern of Model Cycles fame. Now, last time we talked about, just removing the pitch sweep and the envelope to just make a synthesizer sound. But what we're doing now is just we're just gonna pitch it up quite a bit. So, we're getting into bat range now. But if you now start adding the modulators and opening up the envelope and add some more sweep, you have this high noise sound. Now, this could already be, with a bit of reverb, this could already be some kind of cymbal, right? So if we just take that idea and just go to our bass width filter, high pass it, and then go to our normal filter and take one of the EQs, and then I always like to use 4 or 5 for this to find a nice peak. And then go to our amp envelope. Maybe get rid of the reverb. And there you go. You have a hi-hat. Now, you can still hear the sweep. But you can sort of change the character of the hi-hat a bit with the modulation. And if you want to completely get rid of the pitchy sound, what you then can do is FM it. So we're going to FM the tune with a very fast LFO. That's the trick. And there you go. You have your metallic hi-hat sound made from our kick drum. Now, that's one thing. Let's take BD Modern again. Now, if you take this same idea, but now just pitch it down a lot, add modulation, see now we have this really low, let's take the click out a bit. Now you have this really low noisy rumble. Now, similarly, what I like to do is then again take an EQ filter and try to pick out some like resonances, to get a bit of tone in there. Now you can also high pass this. So you just have this, I don't know, what is it? strange noisy layer that you can add to things. See, playing with the sweep just gives you different. It's almost like a mix of a typewriter and, I don't know, someone reading a newspaper or something. Anyway, it's a very fun way to create sort of like some kind of crackle texture that you want to mix into somewhere. And again, this is just by, pitching down your kick drum, because if you go up, you're back to this sound. Me typing a letter. So yeah, that's pitching up and down the kick drum and finding some interesting things to do with it. I mean, I could do this again with let's take the clap, because that's also a very interesting example of this. If you remember from last time, and if you set the clap to ADSR, you get this constantly looping amp envelope of the noise and body. Similar to what I've just done with the kick drum, you can also add like, a kind of EQ in here to pick out a nice resonance. But what you can do here, for instance, is modulate that frequency of the filter with a random LFO. Reverb, there's a delay even. And let's see, let's also modulate the spacing of our clap. See, now we have this constantly changing rhythm of the little amp envelopes of the clap. And again, you can get this really sort of like nice textures by pitching your clap way down. Try to pick out some resonance with the filter, and then adding some modulation. It's almost like rain on a tin roof or something. Now, what happens if we go all the way up here? You get a very erratic erratic drummer who doesn't know how to stop playing his hi-hat, I think. Anyway, pretty interesting, right? All right, let's do one more. Actually, this one, the alloy, is very interesting as well. Because it's, by itself, it's a really grating sound, and you have to put in a bit of work to make it sound not like itself, and also just a nice hi-hat in general. But that doesn't mean that you can't get some very interesting things out of the alloy machine. Again, if we go way down, and play with the parameters a bit. Again, also here, picking out resonances. Adding some reverb, delay. Let's modulate the modulation a bit with random LFO. Maybe also the radio. Bit of slew as well. Yeah, again, going to very low frequencies with the alloy, you get these really, again, interesting textural sounds that you can use to blend into your beats or whatever, or resample and do something within your DAW or whatever you can think of. Let's see if we go all the way up, what happens there. I think I will just... All right, it just sounds like Cyalo this way. So you're not always winning, but yeah. There's plenty of new sounds to be found, by going either up or down the pitch range. There's one more that I like to do, which is not one of the standard sounds, but I was playing around with as the snare drum, FM snare drum, and if you go way down here. So I think the FM tune I think it's related to the pitch in the sense that the speed, don't know exactly how to explain this, but you can hear it, of course, because if you go up, you get proper like fast FM, but if you go way down, you get this really, just wobbly wobble. But, with a bit of reverb and delay, you get these really cool effects that you can use like as a little accent or sort of like, techno sounds, whatever. Anyway, again, very simple. You just pitch it down, play with the parameters a bit, and there's a whole new world of sounds waiting for you, which is quite far removed from the original snare drum sound. I hope that was interesting and will help you all on your Syntakt sound design journeys. Definitely give this a go with any machine. It's good practice to just take a machine, look what the parameters are, take the pitch way down, and then start looking at the extremes, take the pitch way up, and then start turning knobs and see where the extremes are. And you can get all kinds of different interesting sounds out of all machines, really. I've only, looked at a couple today, but there's I don't know how many these days, over 30. Definitely give this a go. It will really help unlock the Syntakt's immense sound design potential. And you will find a ton of sounds in there that you would have never expected to find in here. As always, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.